I don't know. I don't have like the chat up. I might just bring it up on my phone occasionally if anybody does. So we'll soon find out. Like it's like I got a slight delay as well. So all right, let's just yeah. All right, I've got a yeah maybe. Oh, it won't be a minute. So it will be a little bit less. All right, sharing a link. All right, links out. There we go. Done. All right, mate. Thanks for joining me. Super late notice. If anyone's watching in live here on the first ever live stream of the Gidley Gang pod, you might notice that Toto has turned into Marcel. So put out the word that there was a live pod happening, and next thing, Todd's kids have been playing up, and he told me to never have children. So how do you feel? How do you feel about that particular piece of advice, Marcel? Yeah, if you don't have the snacks, mate, I ain't about it. I don't have any snacks, and I decided not to drink copious amounts of wine before I came on this pod, so should be a bit smoother. And yeah, so yeah. All right, well, I just posted it in the comments for that post. So no, yeah. Well, she's there. Oh, mate, they're all on there. Every single one of them. You know, Kyle just pushed his kids aside and just started watching. So, apparently we've got one watching. It's probably me. So, all right, we'll get straight into it. So yeah, round one in the books, mate. Quick thoughts on the round as a whole. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, look, he would have had to go pretty hard at throwing it to lose to you. With the, what do we got? Second lowest score? Yeah. Um, so, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, well, you could have subbed in the guys who were straight up going to score zero. So, it would have been the most obvious throw of all time. But, yeah. So, yeah, no, all in all, I thought there was a few surprises. A few players didn't really come out of the gates red hot. Yeah. Literally every fullback gun was hot trash. From Turbo all the way down to like Ponga and Gutho. They weren't even any good. So, yeah, I think as a whole, I think the rules changed with the 6 again penalties. How it's it's not a tap and go inside your own 40. That definitely slowed things down. So I don't think we'll be seeing any of those 50-point demolitions 4 times around. So probably better for competition, and definitely going to shake up fantasy. Yeah, I mean, last year you had like top 4 sides that were getting beat by 50 points, or 50 points put on them some weeks. So it's just crazy. So, yeah. All right. Well, we'll get stuck into the first matchup of the round, which was you versus Kyle. So Didn't work out too well, mate, because you had TPJ. You didn't have to worry about him getting suspended. He just didn't show up for this one. Yeah. Yeah, well, look, there's plenty more times for TPJ to let you down, so just the first of many. Um, yeah, that was a skip. That was a hard pass for me. I'm like, oh, Cowboys versus the Bulldogs? Nah, sorry. All right, so where do you think the round fell apart for you, other than TPJ? Yeah, you paid big bickies for Garrick, didn't you? What round did you pick him up? Okay, yep. So yeah, no, he did not quite deliver, but yeah, they didn't play too good that game against the Panthers. So uh, yeah, yeah, Rami and Ilias, so not great. I'm not too sure what Ramian was doing. I mean, the Sharks were competitive. They nearly won it at the death. So yeah, a few tries were getting out there. So I don't know what he was up to, but yeah, Ilias didn't go too good from everything I've heard. Yeah. Thoughts on your side going forward, mate? You looking to maybe pick up a different half or? Yes, Welch. Yep. Yeah. Reese Walsh as well back this week, so I expect to see him in the starting lineup. Perhaps we'll see. Yeah, fair enough. All right, cool. Well, moving along to Kyle's side of the matchup. So, Sean O'Sullivan, 76 points. I don't remember him being that good at footy when we went to high school together, but there you go. Kid still got it. So yeah, didn't really miss. Yeah, did not miss Cleary at all. With that 76. That's yeah. I've seen Cleary score a few scores less than that. So, but yeah, basically it was pretty good across the board except for Simpkin at hooker 22 and Gutho 19. But I liked Nico Hines. He seemed to be pretty involved and into it at the Sharkies, so hasn't really missed a step moving away from the Storm. Uh, yeah, I definitely think good value. I think he might be more reliable. Like maybe his ceiling won't be as high as like a Teddy or a Turbo or one of those guys, but he might be more consistent just because he's kicking and getting his hands on the ball more. So nice little play. And the edges, 58 points apiece. That's really good. So he might have. Yeah, I know Bullymore scored a try. So yeah, that wouldn't have been as crash hot without that. But yeah, yep, yep, good stuff there. And yeah, side's only going to get stronger with McInnes and Cleary coming back. All right, next one. We're going at the Tuum Raiders. Still don't know how to pronounce that name. Eh, but yeah, Tomb's Tomb and Torres. Oh, yeah. No, we've talked about this with Jesse, and I'd said I'm just going to call your team Lara Croft. So, three kids, no Marnie. He actually does have Marnie, so yeah. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, big win for Jesse, second biggest points of the round, and close matchup against the defending premier. So, any players stand out in this one for you? you know that I always have only the best things to say about Lachlan Fitzgibbon. So, he's obviously had a real good one to kick it off. Yeah, solid. That'll do it. But yeah, very happy days. You take it when you can get it. So if you can keep up anything close to that, cheering, So Haas as well, 85. Return of the big man, I think, this year. I definitely think that last year was the year of the fullbacks, and maybe some of those rule changes bringing back some of the big boys. So Haas started out strong. If Haas is putting 85 on you, and you're coming up against it, you're grimacing. So. Yeah, looking at his side as well, it's pretty strong because Radley had a HIA. I don't know if he came back or not. Cody Walker's had a dead set shocker, and To'o's really not done much either. So there's definitely potential there for a bunch of 500 plus scores, I think. Meanwhile, flip side, so Mikey Sneds, he could have had a shot at the win if Sean Russell had kept up his business, but I think 38th minute he got absolutely destroyed, scoring a try. So the one that got away. Any of Mike's players impressing you, or are they all dog shit? Yeah, he wasn't very good, and 36 is pretty low from Marnie. But yeah, that was very back and forth tries, and so definitely an attacking game. I think that still a good side, so you won't be too upset. Better to win in round one than or lose in round one than to lose in the prelims. Let me tell you that much. While we're here, let's talk about that trade that just went through. So Jesse's picked up Nickel Klokstad, and Toto's got Tupanua. So thoughts on that one? Right. I've been told there's no audio coming through for you, Marcel. So, yeah, I can hear you. Where are we at? Oh no, what's that? It's very much so. Let's try that again, shall we?
All right, so round one, first matchup.
Yeah, there we go. All right, I can hear you now. Fuck. I literally changed these settings not that long ago. Yeah, there you go. That's why I always do a sound check before I start. But first round.
We had one-sided conversation for the last 10 minutes.
They could just insert, their thoughts. That was crazy. That was crazy what you said before about Toto having the absolute shittest side in the competition. But I fully agree with you. So, all right, moving right on. Yeah, I mean it was good matchup for these boys, and I think that's
They both got big potential to be top four again.
Yeah,
as always.
I agree. All right, moving on. Hughes all suck. 378. Not the biggest win ever, but it actually was because Jared only scored 236. So
yeah, 140-point win and 378.
And you don't even,
It's going to be a below average score.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be getting destroyed in quite a few matchups. So Hughes basically carried him.
Sneds' team name.
Yep, it's quality.
Yeah, and he also carried the team for the win, 71 points.
Yeah, 100%. I think Hughes all sucks must be referring to the rest of his side because they didn't do that much. Maybe Kickout 54. He's probably the other shining light. And Lomax 44. That's pretty decent.
Not bad for centre, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, what do we got? So he's got Mitchell coming back next week. That's definitely going to add some firepower. And yeah, overall, I think decent side. But, needs to be improved in certain spots because looking at side like Jesse's, it's a lot stronger.
Yeah. Just out of interest with Mitchell coming back, who would you drop to the bench out of Dufty or Johnson?
I believe that Johnson played fullback, so I assume he'll go to the wing.
He'll go back to the wing. Yeah.
They're playing Melbourne, so I would swap Mitchell for Johnson. Yeah. I probably wouldn't want to play.
Have both Rabbitohs backs, then they would.
Yeah, hedge your bets in case they go pretty crap against Melbourne. Considering they lost to Brisbane, probably not a good call against the Storm. So for Jared, bit unlucky. Brandon Smith, 2 points. Not great.
Yeah.
Broke his hand, I think, maybe couple minutes in. So
yeah, it was real early.
But I don't think he was ever going to make up the gap with that. There's
140 points. If
you have a look how many scores he's got in the 20s, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an 18. It's not pretty viewing, and there's not a lot of saving grace on his bench. Reynolds is coming back, so should definitely score more than 22 points. And that's probably one of the worst scores you're going to get from Tedesco. So it was a bold strategy to pick so many Broncos. Let's put it that way.
It was. But if the Broncos go really well.
Yeah, well, they are playing Canterbury this week. So maybe he needs to load up on a few more. So
who's he matching up against?
I don't know. We'll get to that. We'll have a brief look at that.
It's Kyle. Have a look now. It's Kyle.
Kyle always throws the second round, so it's all good.
Especially after winning the first round.
Yeah. He's like, damn, I missed out on those sweet waivers. All right.
Overall, pretty rubbish there for Jared.
Yeah. Not great. Not great to start. So, the perennial balls man, as somebody pointed out the other day. That was you, actually.
That was me, and I edited it.
Did you?
Yeah, I said most decorated wooden balls. I don't know, something like that.
The best balls in the competition, Jared Roberts. All right, next matchup. Todd's 424 beat Marty Hill 409. So, we've got...
closest matchup?
This is pretty close. I dare say it's probably the closest matchup without actually doing any calculations on that. So Randall, 59. Pretty good. Nice little hooker pickup for him. He's got Isaiah Yeo, who was... what was that? What year was that? 2020 when he kind of came on the scene and was a big waiver pickup?
I think 2020, because he had obviously a great 2021.
Yeah.
Not as good, but 2020 was probably that big year.
Yep.
But if he keeps that form, he could be for his best season. Yeah,
I don't fully rate he's got Will Smith in his winger fullback. So he traded away Nickel Clockstad, and I'm pretty confident he thinks that Xavier Savage, is it Xavier his first name? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty confident he thinks he's going to be getting the fullback spot soon. So, I don't know. There was a lot of talk pre-season, but the fact that Clockstad started at fullback,
Okay. Yeah.
the fact that he started there and he's named there again this week, I don't know. So, Todd's is playing some 3D chess.
Yeah, it sounds like he was trying to sell Nickel Klogstad while he was
Yeah.
in the fullback position, expecting him to lose it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Good luck predicting what Ricky's going to do. That's all I'll say. So, yeah. Sean Johnson, he's out for maybe a month, which is not ideal. But it is Sean Johnson, so it's, probably...
Going to happen a couple times this season, you'd think.
Yeah, this is the first of many issues. This isn't... I can't remember what's wrong with him, but yeah, it's not the usual, hammy, so save that for later. But, all in all, some solid scores across the park. Burton must have come on at the end, because I think I checked his scores at halftime, and he'd done sweet fuck all, so... But Lane 62 on the bench, promising. So yeah, he's got some potential. So all right, moving on to Marty's side.
Did you say Lane on the bench?
I don't know.
No, he started at 11.
Yeah. Okay.
And Madison was the lock.
Yeah. That's true.
Madison's out this round, so he'll definitely still be number 11.
Yeah, I'm assuming Todd's had him in his side as well, because at the moment it's showing Tupanua in there for me, which he obviously traded in. So
changing over. Stupid website.
I like it when it changes before my eyes. I'm reading a side and it's just give it the old refresh and it goes back. All right.
And then, what do you think he'll do with his half? Do you think he'll pick up one off the waivers or try and slot in Smith?
Oh, I think so. Kirsty's still got another 4 halves, I think. So,
he's going to have to pick up one off the waivers, I'd say.
Yeah,
but there's plenty on the waivers.
I'll trade him. I'll trade him. Trade him, Kurt Mann. Best half in the game. We'll get to him. I mean,
and on to
Marty's
team. Yeah.
78, gay guy, turning back the clock. He put on that Newcastle jersey and he was feeling it again. So
his last season at Newcastle was a good season. I think he scored quite well there.
Yeah.
Final season before he moved.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean 78. So he's off to a cracking start. It's probably one of the better scores in the entire league for NRL fantasy. Brooksy 57. As always, he seems to do okay as a half without ever getting the Tigers to the finals.
He has patches. He'll have a really good month and a shit month.
Yeah.
But that's a good start. 57, you'd be loving that.
And he's got Clifford on his bench, 63. So he's flush with big scoring halves. So it's another case of some of the bigger names, like your Cody Walker's not doing much, and then you got your Cliffords and your Brooks, just quite achievers going under the radar. What else? I think his mids and his edge is definitely where he lost it. There's just very I guess no pun intended, middling scores with a 30, 37, 44. So
yeah, Tolman off the bench is not a good play for a mid. There's plenty of better mids than that.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's gone Tolman on that name value. He's been great in the past, but he's not going to be a weekly play.
If he's starting, I'd play him weekly, but off the bench, no, it's not worth it.
He's not going to start, and they're getting McInnes back soon, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't see him starting this season, but he started last season, and he was quite good last season, considering his age.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about age. We start putting ourselves out there and talking about our age. Ooh. All right, next matchup. Oh, absolutely cracking matchup. My favourite matchup of the round. Stupid Sexton Flanders, 448. versus 405. Dig up stupid. It's a battle of the Simpsons references. So
Are you gonna stick with that, or was that a rep matchup special?
no, that was a legit change up. I always come up with a team name like preseason for the draft, and then once I get my players, I'll change it up. So yeah, Sexton he played good. He killed it in the first half and didn't score too much in the second half, but he hasn't shot me in the foot by naming the team after him because I don't think I can be naming the team after someone that I can't get rid of out of my squad,
Yeah.
And unfortunately, not a lot of stuff rhymes with Pappenhausen, so yeah, go figure. Thoughts on the performance of my side?
Yeah, well, top scoring side, you got 260s, 70, 56 from your centre, not bad. Aitken's looking like gold at the moment if he keeps playing 80 minutes. You've got plenty of room to improve because Travojevic and Pappenhausen didn't shoot big scores and they've got that potential. So if they're both hitting 70, then there's a 500 score.
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty happy to still get the highest score of the round considering what Turbo went for. It didn't start off to crash hot with him and Olakawatu 32, so my two lowest scores. So that was a bit disappointing, and then it picked up from there. I guess Udakamano, he was a bit quiet, but at the end of the day, not everyone's going to come out of the blocks, scoring big. Otherwise, we'd all be punching 500s. So
a bunch of you guys did. Jai Arrow, 64, not bad for a late draft pick.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. So some good stuff. So yeah, we'll see. I looking at my opponent for next week, I don't think I have to do anything too drastic, but potentially going to find a spot for Carrigan in there. And
would you say you have the better Brayley this season?
Oh, 100%. I think I made a point of that on draft day. That all of a sudden now I've got the good Brayley and it's the different Brayley. Whichever one I draft, the other guy's not playing, so by default, Blake is the better Brayley. So, and I remembered his name. It's not Braden. So, anyway, moving on. Rhett's side. So Frizzell 67 and Targo 61. They were the highlights for Rhett. I was a bit upset watching Targo play on a Thursday night. Not a great way to kick off the season for me, but in the end, some of these other boys let him down. So
he was a player up on you on that after that Thursday night game.
Yeah,
both on like 60.
Yeah,
you had one, you had two played.
I think he made my way into my DMs and definitely pointed that out to me, if I remember correctly. So, what do you reckon about his side? Madison 39, and now he's injured. Not great. Avarillo 32, Adokar 28. Yeah, there's a few positions there where need some improvement, but he's got a couple decent guys on his bench, and he's got Grant coming back. So
Egan scored 49, so might not be getting many more points with Grant coming in.
Yeah, that was
did have
with a try.
Tom Gilbert.
Yeah,
on the bench, I think he scored a try. Did Egan score a try? Is that what you said?
Yeah, he scored a try out of dummy half, I do believe. So, look, there you go. Grant's in. It's flashed before my eyes. The new team. Yeah. Onwards and upwards for Dig Up Stupid. So, best of luck in
can't complain about 400. It's not a bad effort, and if you can do that most rounds, he could be quite competitive this season compared to previous seasons.
Yeah. Better luck next time, Rhett. Don't fuck with me, bitch. All right, moving on. You know what? Blockbuster. I'm seeing grand final preview here. Chasing Teddy versus Ricky Martin. 352 plays 323. Yeah, wow. Hodgson, 2 points. down injured.
Mm.
I'm calling it there, I'm like, oh, that's it. That's over. But for somehow a comfortable victory in the end. So Ravalawa definitely did everything he could to get Kersey to win. I think 3 tries.
Yeah, he was a beast.
So he doesn't
Running
do
over
it.
people.
Doesn't do it all the time. But when he does, and if you jag it, then it goes a long way to helping you out. Other big scores. Cherry Evans delivered, and Luke Thompson in the final game, he sealed the deal for her. So, a few good ones. A few players on her bench that she probably wished she played over, say a Twal. It's there's some improvement to be made there, I think, and the Hodgson out is going to be a shit one
Yeah,
for
she's
her.
got no backup hooker, so she's going to have to. Starling is obviously available.
Yeah, the good thing about she's going to be higher up the rankings.
She got the win.
There's 6 other coaches. Yeah, ideally she was going to lose and get a crack at him. But I was kind of, when I saw Hodgson go down and I had let Starling go after drafting him, I was just like, you're kidding me. But it's only going to be for a month apparently. So
it's not like half season or a season.
No. Moving on to the losing side. Austin, formerly of the Stobie Army, after that performance. 18 points for McCulloch, mate.
Change his team now.
Yeah, I know. I'll get on to him about that. That's poor form.
Yeah, McCulloch, he played most of the game as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he played all of it. I think I was watching that and I saw him out there and I was like, he got the ball and I was like, oh, McCulloch's out there. Yeah. I had not noticed him at all. He was just there.
Because usually he's pretty solid tackler, gets some decent base points.
Yeah, he must have had a lot of missed tackles there.
Yeah, there would have been some negatives for sure.
Yeah. Holmes, very disappointing, 13 points. Hunt's a bit of a letdown, 35. There's a lot of letdowns, let's be honest. Best actually played okay, and I think he scored a try. So 32 is pretty low. So
it is. I thought he might have scored more.
Yeah, Fafita 51. That's okay, but you expect more from Fafita. So he was quiet. He's got room for improvement for sure. Tyrone Peachey was a beast off the bench for the Tigers. So I'd potentially be getting him in.
He was doing that a lot for the Titans last season.
Yeah.
It's usually hard to play a utility kind of player off the bench, but Peachey, he's just a fantasy beast the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff from the Peach.
It's a shame about his positions, mid and half, not really positions you usually need.
Yeah. Look, I mean, he probably needs a duel in his edge so he can get Sewer out. I think if he was going to drop any player for Peachey, it'd be Sewer, but you just can't do it with his positions And Whiten had a big game to kick off the year, so he looked pretty keen to get involved and make some stuff happen. So Hunt's Hunt, and maybe give him another week, or maybe switch it up. If I'm looking at the matchups, potentially Whiten against North Queensland is a better play than Hunt against Penrith. So
for sure,
yeah. All right, well, that was it for the matchups. So, let's just do a quick preview of the round 2 matchups. We'll start at the start. It's you versus Mike, grand final rematch.
It's going to be me first up every time because I created the league, so I'll be.
Oh yeah, okay.
First matchup. But yeah,
there you go. That's why Kyle was. I got sick of talking about Kyle first up all the time. So I look forward to getting sick of talking about you first.
You will.
Yeah.
Grand final rematch.
Yeah, it's and both fighting for their first win. So that means one of the grand finalists will be 0-2 after 2 weeks. So yeah, rough start. I am feeling. I don't know. I don't know which way this one's going to go. To be perfectly honest, Mike did have a pretty good score. What did you score last week again?
Oh, like 320 wasn't.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
pretty shit.
All right. So let's.
Second last score.
So let's say Mike is the favorite here, and you've got it all to prove. So I'll back Mike, but very best of luck to you, Marcel.
Thank you. Yeah, I got TPJ back and Walsh back and Lodge back.
And Ilias gone, probably.
Definitely.
Yeah.
As to who's coming in, I don't know.
We'll see.
A half.
Yeah. Gun player. Kyle, third on the ladder. Jared, 12th. I don't think I even need to look at the sides. I think Kyle's going to win this one. Yeah, based off Jared's score last week. He's got no hooker, so his backup hooker on the bench is in the reserves. So,
Yep, not playing.
Yep.
So there's two hookers that need to be picked up, and there's only one Starling available.
Yeah, one Starling. There's probably who else is out there? Maybe the Gold Coast hooker. Yeah, there's not a lot of depth. Let's be honest. Yeah, Reynolds is back though. Cleary's still not there. Yeah, I think that Kyle's going to get that one.
I want to say if the Broncos win by 16 plus, then
16 plus.
Jared gets the win.
That's bold. Toto messaged me. He goes, "Christ, this is painful to watch." Okay.
It's not the same as being there.
He's like, "Yeah, you got to be more like Toto. Channel your inner idiot." So,
yeah, I should have pretended to do more prep for this.
Todd's doesn't do any prep. Todd's is all talk. It's absolute rubbish. Maybe it's because I'm like not drunk this time, so there's less banter.
I'm also doing some work as well.
Yeah, he's laminating shit. Man's got kids to feed. Not like you, Toto, trying to do podcasts on a Wednesday night, dodging your kids. All right. Moving on to Jesse versus Marty. I'm gonna back Jesse. That's the final word on that one. Munster's back for Marty, but I don't know what's happening with Isako. Is Isako not named or? Says emergency.
I think he's out. He got injured. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So who's he going to put in? He's got no winger fullback. He'll have to pick one off the waivers.
Apparently, we got the trade backwards.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. So
I think when we were looking at it on the team lists, when it was flashing backwards and forwards, we were looking at it from last week's team list, and
yeah.
not the updated team list.
I take no responsibility for that. I blame that on the NRL fantasy website and poor research. You should know. You fucking approved the trade.
Yeah. I didn't really care who got which player though, and I'm like I said, I'm working, so I haven't really been thinking too much about what I'm saying.
Yeah, look, me too. I'm working. Underneath the table, it's all work. So yeah, I don't know. This is stream number 1. Okay, it's not going very well. It's only up from here. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I think we can.
Jesse this side too.
Put a line through that. Marty's going to be 0-2. Sorry, Marty. Shouldn't have moved down the coast away from Kyle and Rhett. That's what happens when you move away from your
where did he move to?
Coach. He moved down to Ulladulla.
Ulladulla, yeah, okay.
Yeah, back to where it all began. He's working down in the bay. He's a different man now. He's given up on that Wollongong life. They had 2 sets of traffic lights in the town, and he's just like, whoa, hold up. I always remember like Kyle telling me about when Marty came up to visit and he was like complaining about the traffic in Wollongong and the traffic lights, and I was like, oh man, small town boy.
Yeah, there's not much traffic in Wollongong. compared to Sydney, Melbourne.
Nah. I was having a good laugh this morning. The way I was driving was like clean running, and the other direction was like bumper to bumper. All right. Anyway, moving on. Hughes all suck versus dig up stupid. Yeah, this one could go either way because Chris did not have a very big winning score.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And Rhett had a decent losing score.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's got Grant back, like we said. And he's got Gilbert in the edge. So replacing Madison. Yeah, potentially I think he'll be looking at a waiver half as well. So no Schneider. Schneider's got COVID. And Mansour is Gonski's. He didn't play Mansour last week. Yeah, I think he was on his bench anyway. So, yep. I don't know. I'll say Rhett just to even it up so they both get a win.
Yeah, I'll go Rhett as well.
There you go. Agree to agree. Todd's versus Ricky Martin, Austin Brooks. I'm going to say Todd's, even though he's missing a half. And, look, there you go. He's got Clockstad in his side. So, what do you know? I thought he traded for Tupanua. Yeah, I think that Todd's wins this one. And I don't think Austin has any chance. Thoughts?
I'm going to tip Austin. It's going to get some big scores from Vida, Ponga. That'll push him over the line for the win.
All right, you heard it here first. We're both back in Austin. Let's go. All right, last matchup of the round. Looks like I'm always the last matchup. You must have set that up in the league settings. So
you'll spend 2 rounds at the bottom, and then you'll start working your way back up to the top until you verse me.
Yeah, there you go. Look, I know who I'm predicting after last week's scores, and you know I'm a bit biased, you know. So yeah, that's why I'm picking Kirsty. What about you? Oh no, I've lost him. He's gone.
100-point win.
Oh, I lost you there for a bit. Who'd you say? What'd you say?
You lost me?
Yeah.
I'm going to tip Stupid Sexton Flanders for a 200-point win.
200-point win, my God. We need to go back to points difference deciding the ladder. So I don't understand the point of having...
it's not an option, unfortunately.
I don't understand of having the points difference if you're not going to use it. It's literally what it's for. But
yeah. It's like the very unlikely second tiebreaker.
It's just like that one year they decided, like, yeah, you know what, we're not going to use that. Yeah, look, Kirsty did not do that great last week, even though she won. And yeah, my team is just better. I'll keep it straight. So yeah, there we go. That's the review. That's the preview. This has been a successful stream with 0 audio issues, 0 trade mix-ups, full of banter. One of the best pods you could possibly ever see on the internet. Would you agree, Marcel?
Oh, hands down, best there's been.
All right. You look like a lot of those people that's reading like a note with the terrorist off screen and the gun pointed.
I'm writing a note.
Yeah, you're probably one of those.
Did we get one viewer?
Oh, we must have had viewers because they told us we didn't have any audio. So it's a good thing that we were streaming it. Otherwise, we probably would have recorded the whole pod and then it would have been.
There would have been no audio from
yeah. So. Apologies for that. Apologies to anyone who's still here. We'll iron out those issues going forward, and obviously replace Marcel with Toto at some point. But do thank you for coming on late, sir.
Yeah, no, all good.
All right, sweet. All right, we'll end it up there. And
good luck against Kirsty.
What was that?
Good luck against Kirsty.
Oh, mate, save your luck for someone who needs it.
And looking forward to the next pod.
All right. Cheers. Thanks for coming on.
Yep.
All right, boom. All right, well, that was the Gidley Gang pod. Yeah, sorry again for the issues. You know what? This is what can happen when you're a famous streamer. They're just, things don't always go smoothly. So, first time for everything, and